Top,
Okay. We are live now. Good evening from here. You're welcome to Opinion Sharers. My name is Paul. And so today we are going to be talking about what has been trending on the social media in Nigeria, and that is Tinubu's certificate and Senator Ekweremadu's issue in the UK. As citizens, I think we should talk about it. And so that's what we're going to be doing tonight. So let's quickly take a few seconds to go and share the link to invite other people to join us. Please grab your phone or whatever it is you can use to share the link. Please go share the link sharp sharp. Let's quickly invite other people to join us in a discussion. We'll be looking at Tinubu's certificate. We learned that it has been trending on several social media platforms that Baba Tinubu said he lost his degree certificate while he doesn't have the primary and secondary school certificate. Or maybe he didn't attend, you know. And in one of the groups where I belong, I asked, why is it that if you why didn't you get an affidavit for all of this when you say your degree was stolen? And somebody in response shared an affidavit that has also been trending online. That this is the affidavit. He actually have an affidavit. But if you have an affidavit, then it then means that you can use the same affidavit to approach the school and get a reissue of the certificate, right? Well, that's what we are going to be looking at tonight. So I'm still trying to get hold of it to be able to share. Okay, I found it. In response, shared an affidavit that has also been. Okay, Nigeria is still happening to Michael, unfortunately. So I'm just trying to share the link. Then we will continue in earnest. Share the. Please, if you can hear my voice, help us share it. Share, 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 share. Let us invite other people to join us, people who might be interested in the topic. I think it's important because this is you know the election period in Nigeria is is fast approaching, and people are going to be making decisions. And so I think it's our responsibility as concerned citizens, responsible citizens, to discuss these issues. And so that's what we're going to be doing. That's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Tinubu's certificate. We are going to be hearing from our guest. I'm just still trying to share. Okay. Let's hear from Tosin first of all. Tosin, I'm sure you've heard about the news now, Abby. I don't know whether conventional news media in Nigeria will talk about it, whether they like or not. We will talk about it, sure. So, Tosin, have you heard about it? Have you heard about the certificate first of all? Let's talk about the certificate first of all.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Good evening to our friends. It's good to be back again on Opinion Shares, and I've heard about that, and There's no how we will not have issues like this. We had we have a president already who has reduced the bar of presidency to almost nothing. So there's no how. Yeah, there's a post I saw. It say, uh, "Àgùntàn bí màálù, eh, ọmọ ẹ̀yà, ọmọ tẹ́yà bá bí, ẹ̀yà ni ìjọ." That is
You have to translate.
that is the dog will not give back to a goat. That if a giant will give back, you will know this is the son of the giant. We have a president in Muhammadu Buhari that has reduced the presidency to almost nothing. In the 2014-2015 general election, Nigerians are just desperate for a change because of the then administration, the Jonathan-led administration that seems rotten, and Nigerians just want to change, especially for all the shenanigans that was happening that time, kidnapping of schoolgirls and what have you. And APC played a very nice role as the opposition, which PDP are not playing now, and every other party also are not playing now, and which is very bad for our politics and for our democracy, because the dignity of democracy is in the opposition, pointing out and figuring out the lapses of the ruling party. So people just need a change that time, not minding even if Buhari has a certificate or no. And the reason it was so that time is because President Muhammad Buhari has once been an head of state of Nigeria. People have seen his capacity and ability to deliver as the head of state. So they think it is the same Gracia that he used to be that was coming. In Agbada in democracy form. But the event that has played out since 2015 that he came to power, the event that has played out has since make the eyes of Nigerians open to start blaming themselves for not asking question as and when due. So the person that is running for the flag bearer of APC now again, Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, saying that he doesn't have a certificate is a slap on our face as Nigerians, as citizens. Um, People regard us Nigerian very well. People of other nationality, they regard us Nigerian very well. They regard us as being smart people, as being intellectual, resilient, and every attribute, positive attribute that human being can possess. They have seen us in this way. And I've had a contact with other nationality, and they will ask us, if you as a Nigerian are this brilliant, why do you have Buhari as your president? And that question left me with I don't have anything to respond to that question. And the only response to that question is because majority of us have left politics in the hands of thugs. Thank God I can call people name today with peace of mind. So that is because we, the middle class, the intellectual, we have left politics to the hand of thugs, and we have left politics in the hand of artisans, market men and women, and we have left politics to the hand of people that will sell their vote, not even knowing they are selling it. Someone, there was a video circulating last week. Someone sold his vote for 5,000, and he said he's excited about it. He will soon bite his fingers about that. But he might not really knows that it is because he sold his vote that he's biting his fingers. So all these are happening because we allowed Muhammadu Buhari to become our president without due diligence, without we asking question, without we questioning his qualification. Now, My grandma will say, Iwe mi kawe, ṣùgbọ́n mo kọ́gbọ́n orí. That is to say, I don't go to school, but I have common sense. But so did this what President Muhammad Buhari have displayed in the last 7 years, or past 7 years? He has displayed that he didn't go to school and that he doesn't also have common sense. So Nigerians will not open their eyes again to voting another person with dubious background. Dubious background, I mean, see, Tinubu cannot stand in front of his creator, that is God Almighty, and say that he didn't go to primary school, he didn't go to secondary school. That are just faboos. They are just tests by moonlight. He did go. What I believe, this is what I believe. He did go, but there's has been some conspiracy about his background, not coming from Lagos State as he claimed to be, and him having some other name that is different from the Bola Ahmed Tinubu that we all know him as today. So what I feel when I saw that news, what I feel is in his primary school days, in his secondary school days, he had not adopted Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He was still that Shangote Dua, or be waiting they call his name that time. He was still bearing those old names. And that is why it is difficult for him to bring the certificates in his primary school bearing Shango Shekineka now to his refined Bola Ahmed Tinubu name. So that is the difficulties he's having. When he contested for the Lagos State governor, did he say that time that he doesn't have primary school and secondary school certificate also? We need to check that. If he didn't say that, then why is he waking up just one morning and saying that he doesn't have primary school and secondary school certificate? This is a slap on every right-thinking Nigerian. This is a slap on every Nigerian with conscience. Somebody that is preparing to be our past president, somebody that is preparing to be our president, not only that is of age, lying about the age, not only that is not in good health, again, he doesn't even have certificate to back all his quoted achievement. It is a slap on our face. And if we will allow such person to become the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, the largest black nation on earth, and especially the kind of situation we have it in Nigeria now, then we by ourselves are the one bringing ourselves problems.
Okay, thank you very much, Tosin. There's something that Timley and I seem to be passionate about that we have tried to debunk it once in a while. I mean, sometimes ago. I mean, and that is the fact that at some point it was becoming popular among young Nigerians to say school is a scam. Okay, so and when you see Baba Buhari does not have a certificate, okay, and Tinubu now, who is going to be taking over from him, is saying, I don't have primary and secondary school certificate, oh, but even my university, it has been stolen. You understand? So does this not corroborate that mentality that some young Nigerians have, that school is a scam? After all, ASU has been on strike for how many months now, and nobody is doing anything about it. Those kids are just wondering about. I live in an environment that is not even called a developed world, whereby when you enter university, you can literally know the date you will graduate. As in, not the month, I'm saying the date. Your last day in college, you can know the day. And I'm just wondering, why is it, How does he going to school? How does it become rocket science that's so difficult now? So Timlay, I want you to comment on that particular issue of that school is a scam, and how that that concept may relate with this the fact that the leaders, I mean the people that are occupying the highest, I mean the topmost positions in our land, they don't have certificate. So do you blame those youths who say school na scam?
Thank you for that question. Yes, I will blame them for saying school has come, because really that narrative is just trying to excuse their laziness and their ineptitude. So if someone is going about saying school has come, they really know deep down that they had a passion, they had a dream before going to school, or at least their parents had one for sending them to school, and probably they have failed to live up to standard or to be able to cope as expected, and now they will resort to, well, the school has come, so I really can't. And very easy it is very easy to point fingers at our politicians and say, does Buhari even have a certificate? I will agree on all fronts that, yeah, Buhari's administration has been like I really don't know how to describe it. Just like what Shoyinka said, that you really want to protect your sanity, just don't talk about this administration. It is the worst that we have had in modern days. And the truth is, we cannot excuse the fact that this man has been in military and rose to the rank of a general. So when any stupid boy on the streets wants to say that school has come, well, that guy has been to the military and he has undergone a lot of training. Rising to the rank of a general is synonymous to ranking as a professor in the university system. So you cannot compare and say Buhari no go school, me sef no go. That problem, you dey find problem for yourself be that, because Buhari has paid. You know what I mean? Yes, the administration is very poor in every area you want to look at it, but it is going to be a very wrong narrative to compare Buhari's education to yours and saying, if Buhari, it is as ridiculous as saying Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of school, or Bill Gates, and people say all this kind of gibberish, but the fact is these situations are not similar.
Yeah, it is the upcoming drop out of school
you know
motivation
these
speakers.
people dropped out of even league universities, and these people they are trying to call, they dropped out of best universities in the world, and they dropped out not because they can't cope with the system, but because the education system is impeding the actualization of their own purpose. Now, a Nigerian youth that is saying school has come, what is the purpose you've discovered? What are you trying to jettison school for? What are you trying to do when you leave school? Nothing. Roam around, do drugs, smoke loud and crack, do babes, do runs, do all sorts of illegal things that will land you in trouble and jeopardize your future. So it is very wrong to say school has come, quoting the billionaires of today's world and the Buharis, the so-called presidents that we have, because in the real sense of it, and this is what the village boy would say if he was here, he would tell you Buhari has been to school. He always has unpopular opinions about this kind of things. He would tell you Buhari has been to school informally, or any way you want to put it, by training. He has been to school by training, because the military itself is a place of teaching, of discipline. So
Let me critique your brain small.
okay,
But
let's go.
what is the output of that school or that education that he
Exactly.
have
That's
had?
where I'm headed. That is where I'm headed. Now, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, that has a PhD, how did he fare as a president in Nigeria? Let's be critical about this thing if we really want to be. That is to tell you that the system has created some corrupt people to be, recycling these positions without doing anything, without anything without any outcome. So whether you've been a general, and that is just a summary of an experiment to you, the fact that you have been to school or you have certificate to prove it does not really mean you are going to be a good president. It is in their blood. Like Obe said, ó ti daṣà wọn, ó ti di ìṣe wọn, ó dẹ̀ ti mọ́ wọn lára. Ẹ má ṣe gbára lé wọn, ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ni wọ́n. They are traitors. Our politicians are traitors. They come out every 4 years, they come out every 4 years and then tell people we'll do this. They are building up on the infrastructure that has been the theme of campaign since 1999. We are going to build road. Obasanjo said that. Yar'Adua said it in his 7 point agenda. Goodluck said it in his I have no shoes, speech. Buhari said it in his I belong to nobody and I belong to everybody acceptance speech. Let us be sincere with ourselves. These guys are only using Nigeria. They are using the already depleted resources of Nigeria. So it's whether you have been to school or not, these people have nothing to offer. If there is anybody close to offering anything, it's going to be Peter Obi, and I don't even trust him totally. Because he's also a politician. He has wined and dined with them. He was a vice president candidate with Atiku. So what has changed between the last 4 years and now? He was an adult then. He was a mature politician that has even been a governor of a state. So let us really be sincere with ourselves. These old cargoes really have nothing to offer. Really, not whether they've been to school or not. That's why I was really not motivated by the narrative of this person has been to school, this person has not really been to school. Now we've had a president that has gotten the highest academic qualification possible. Goodluck Jonathan. How did he fare?
But is that a reason for us? Is that reason enough for us to settle for no certificate at all?
We cannot settle for no certificate. I mean, that is exactly where I'm headed, Mr. Paul. See, the fact that this man has no certificate is one thing, but the dubious nature, of painting himself as someone that has one is what is the process that we should consider. That's why I would like to move this conversation away from he has certificate or he doesn't have, but the too many fraudulent stories, state of origin, you don't know. Name, real name, you don't know. Primary school or secondary school, I not go. University of Chicago, I'm not sure. All these kind of things. Age. Let us be sincere with ourselves. There are so many fraudulent and ambiguous, information about this person. A person that wants to become a president, it should be easy for the people that really wants to govern to be able to unravel his personality, his details. They should be able to roll out his CV and say he has done this, he has done that, he has been to so school. So many people that I went to government college, but many people are coming out to say, well, I don't know him. Someone said I was there between 1962 and 1968. I never knew Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Your guess is as mine. If you want to assume what the political hierarchs would say, do you know everybody in your school then? So we know how Nigerian schools, try to celebrate prominent people from their school. Which school has come forward to celebrate that? Let's be sincere with ourselves. Even the primary school that Buhari went to, as clueless as he is, they are celebrating him. His schoolmates, they came together to celebrate him. We had in one of the videos that the terrorists actually released not quite long, the schoolmate of Professor Oshibajo said it. Who is this man's schoolmate? Are they all dead? So I don't like it when we go back and forth when we know that someone is fraud. The only word that qualifies this personality is fraud. It is fraud. If someone is Shangodele somewhere, Amada somewhere, and DAT another place, what are we talking about?
Maybe the problem is with the Shango or something, because there was a time I was thinking that as a Christian that this my name Fadumo, that I need to change it.
Yeah, so
That
some Christians have
you
also
know
given me that idea that in citing the issue in the case of Abraham to Abraham and then Jacob to Israel and all sorts
yeah,
of things. But
yeah.
if God in His holy word says that He knows me before I was born, then that's me. Please leave my earthly name out
I,
of it.
I actually was going to take it forward that time, but I think
Uh,
when I was thinking about it seriously, I did not have money.
by
I
now, you will
just
not
gave
be
it to
proud
my
of
wife.
yourself.
Yeah,
You will not be proud of yourself.
I would have changed it back.
You see, I have seen so many people change from Ogutuyaki, something like Ogutuyaki to Oluwatuyaki or something like that. And they still go
Yeah,
about smoking, drinking, and doing all sorts of things that the Bible
of
they
course.
claim to be following says they should not do.
In fact, my heart would have been broken if I had changed my name because I'm so proud of that Fadumo. And that
You
at
know,
least I have something I can recollect that I can relate with in as as an African man. You know,
Mr. Paul, as it is Oluwatosin, let's be sincere with ourselves. If this man is Shango Dele today, many pro-Yoruba people will follow him.
of course,
Let's be sincere with
of
ourselves.
course. Now,
With the Nigeria of today, with the involvement of
definitely,
separatists and secessionists, they will follow him and they will say, yeah, he's our guy.
yeah. In
But
fact, it's not only in Nigeria. There are so many Africans that I have met. The fact that you have some kind of connection with African origin makes them
mhm,
to want to associate with you. They feel like because many of these East African countries they don't have any culture.
right.
They don't know their background or all this. The colonizers they completely eradicated their culture.
Hmm.
And that's why when they watch our movie they think whatever they see in the movie is how juju. We're still talking I was talking about it about 2 hours ago with some guys from Uganda and Rwanda. you know so anyway, let's move on to to the next subject. Tosin, now do you think we have lowered the bar too much?
That was never a bar. Sorry to interrupt. That was never a bar. That was never a bar.
I mean, you see, the reason I'm asking this question is that there are young people in Nigeria. We are saying, you and I, we are saying, go and get your degree, go to school. Even ASU is striking. Go look for another opportunity, get a degree. Yet somebody is campaigning to get the most important job in the country, and he's declaring to our face and saying, well, I don't go to secondary school or my primary school. And we know how it is to get into university. Now you are now telling that young boy, huh? You are telling that young boy who is on whose school, I mean, university has been on strike for by about 5 or 6 months, that this man, he does not have a primary school certificate, nor does he have a
And somehow
secondary
I
school.
ended up in the university.
Yet he has a degree. How? I'm just so that's what I'm saying. Tosin, do you think we have lowered the bar? Even though to me then you said there's no bar at all.
We never set one. So
What we will do as individuals, as youth of Nigeria, is to show them, because they are really taking us for a ride. And to them, we just look like we are a piece of joke. They just feel we are a joke. They can throw anything at us. In the first place, what is a person in the state of Bola Ahmed Tinubu? What is that person looking for as a president? That is the state Mugabe was when these people were rejecting him as a president. Now, in that state, is the president that just want to become our own president. As a Nigerian, as a respected Nigerian, forget the the heaviness of other African nations or the other African countries. They do respect Nigeria. So that is the person that we want to just make president. We just look like a joke to them. You don't have primary school. You didn't go to primary school and secondary school. I usually think my situation is worst because I didn't attend GS1. I joined, I think, GS2 first term or second term. So yeah, first term GS2. So I think my situation is worst. So
Around 1 year.
but I still finish my secondary school. I have SSC, and I have primary school leaving certificate. Though the school is not there again now, they don't demolish the school. But I still have it.
Now, what you go tell us with that? If you want to contest, you don't demolish my.
The people, the good thing is this: those that were my primary school mates, then I still have them even on my Facebook,
Okay, that makes
as my
sense.
Facebook friend. And even where I grew up, I can even tell the address of that my school till now. Imam Tani and Imam Shuaib. Anybody that stay in Surulere, Ijeshatedo knows Imam Shuaib. If I say from this year to this year, Imam Shuaib, they know. Or I say mainland day, so address. I know the address offhand. Shagotedo should tell us his own.
Shagodele.
Shagodele should tell us his own before he now say. So talking about lowering the bar and all that, there wasn't a bar in the first place, like Mr. Timileyin have said. And see, everything boils down to participation, citizens' participation in election, in politics. If we have enough citizens that are enlightened and well informed, that if they had been regular participators of our politics and election, the bar will not go as low as this, as low as having Buhari for second term. But what we must commend is, the citizens, the youth for, is their awoken spirit now. So the bar is been lower, but they will have some zealous youth now that are raising the bar. They said some candidates don't have structure. Now videos is popping up from different states and different towns of that candidate's party having meeting and huge turnout. And we have said before that it is not the building that is the structure of political parties. It is the people. So the people are standing with this party, with this candidate now, building a structure. So even if the bar has been lower before now, thank God for the redemption. Thank God for the redemption song that is being sung now across Nigeria among the youth that are ready to take their destiny into their own hands, going out to go get their PVCs and ready, eager to vote in the coming election. So let's see what will become of it. But we are raising the bar. We are raising the bar. And I can tell you for a fact that politicians themselves, they are beginning to get scared of the level of awareness in the youth to go get their PVCs.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Tosin. Michael is still struggling to get in. Nigeria is seriously happening to him over there with the internet connection. So, please, if you're watching us, if you have a question or comment, you can drop it and then we will go through it. Thank you. Somebody say great mind. Thank you, Mr. Olufemi Gilead Ajani. Now, I'm going to ask my other question, which is related to what I've asked you before, Timley. And this is, I want us to follow it, and then we move to talking about Dr. Ekweremadu. It is believed that he submitted an affidavit for his degree. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So he submitted an affidavit that, okay, when I travel, some unknown person entered into my apartment, they scattered the place and stole my degree. So now I'm saying as somebody that is studying abroad, is it not possible for you to use that same affidavit to approach the university and get a reissue of the certificate? I mean, we wouldn't even know all of this if they have done that. It's lying.
Well, you don't even need an affidavit. Just provide your name and the year. You will get every information you need from the university. It doesn't take you more than an email. It does not take you, it wouldn't cost you more than an email. Just send one email. You want to verify your status. I attended UBC for my master's. That's University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada. And in the hallway of my faculty, even people that graduated in 1920 something, their names are on the hallway, just like that. So that is to tell you that if you had attended any school, and a school as cultural as the Chicago State University and the University of Chicago, he claimed he attended the two schools. I believe they can fetch his details out if he did indeed. So you don't even need any affidavit. Just provide. This is my name. This is the year I grad. I remember. I know that he's a very busy man. He must have forgotten his registration number, and so many tiny little details. But he will still remember his name that he used to apply. Maybe the name changed after he graduated from Chicago State University, but the name he used to apply and graduated with, and the year, that's the most important thing. They will fetch his information out. This is not Nigeria where snake swallow documents, you know. So they will get it. They will get the information if indeed. I mean, this is not supposed to be an ambiguous process. It's supposed to be very easy. Many people are tainting they are tainting your personality, and they can cause serious problem for your campaign. So just go ahead and tell Chicago State University, yo, look about you, and I will need you to use, your powerful position. Just tell the registrar. The registrar, knowing that you want to become, see, let me tell you one thing. It is not only Nigerian institutions that celebrate people when they become popular. When I was going to apply to my university, one of the things I wrote in my personal statement was that I know that this school has produced prime ministers. This school has produced many people that have their names written in gold, especially in the Guinness Book of Record. So I said all of these things, and someone told me that it's a very good strategy, that they usually feel proud when you tell them this kind of things. Once they know that even if Bola Ahmed Tinubu, contest and loses election, they will write it in their document that an anonymous contested a presidential election in Nigeria. That is to tell you how proud universities here are how proud they are of alumni that are doing well in different walks of life. So if he just tells them that, okay, I'm about to clinch the presidential position in Nigeria, I believe so much that they will do everything within their reach to make sure that his information is verified and let out to the public. So I don't know why this is supposed to be a difficult task or a somewhat challenging process. Everything's sweet now. It's supposed sweet to reach university level for US, Chicago for that matter. They will get it if he's really serious about it. So just send them an email. So I feel like all of these things, there are so many uncertainties regarding Bola Ahmed Tinubu's personality, documents, qualifications, and even CV. So someone was arguing on Twitter about 2-3 days ago that this man claims to be the one that built Lagos. That what did Jakande do? Did
Okay.
Jakande not do anything? What did Bola Ahmed Tinubu do differently from what Jakande did? And there is a lady, Nefreti, on Twitter that has come out to say that even when people were saying Obasanjo withheld allocation from state allocation from Tinubu, there is a big fat lie. Only local government allocations. Only local government allocations. And Nigerians, we are so emotional and we are so impressionable. Someone can just tell us things and we take it hook, line, and sinker. I mean, that's what we are known for. If not, Buhari will not just come and ride on the and become president on a platter of gold. No, no fact checking, nothing. And I'm also responsible for that because many of us were adults by that time. So we should really be responsible for our actions back then. If indeed we want to be responsible, then we should do better this time. We should question everything that doesn't look real, everything that is not verifiable. We should question it. And I'm glad Mr. Paul is doing this on this show. And people should know that they should know. It is important to know. It is important to know, especially if your future lies in the hands of these people for the next 4, 8 years. So that would be my take. So his
All right.
details they can be
Thank you,
verified
Timlai.
easily. Thank you.
Can you hear me? My network is also messing up.
Right, we can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Now, I want to quickly digress for just about 1 or 2 minutes. There was a report that I saw that Lagos was rated or ranked the second worst cities in the world to live in. And I was wondering that this is the same Lagos that Tinubu will be using to sell himself. You know. Anyway, and just for record, we are not here to demarket him because I wrote a quotation a few days ago that political participation also involved a period uh, where citizens engage actively or they engage actively, consciously or unconsciously, in marketing and demarketing participants or in the election. So this is not what we are doing here. We are just analyzing the information that's available to us now.
Yes, that's very.
Now,
It looks like your network is off again.
it is. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, I was saying that's very true. We are trying
Okay.
to post a very balanced picture here because that was why I mentioned that even Peter Obi asked questions to answer. Every one of them, I cannot trust any one of them right now.
Mm.
I guess what we will do is to have to take them one by one and open the whatever skeleton that people are discussing, and we throw it
Yeah.
to the air. Just help facilitate the discussion. That's what we are doing here.
Uh-huh.
We're not supporting, even though, yeah, we are not as a platform. We are not supporting any candidate, but what's the information that's available in the open? That's what we are assessing and analyzing. All right. So let's talk about the senator whom has been arrested and detained and charged to court even in the UK. Tosin, I'm sure you have heard about that story. What comes to mind when you hear that senator has been arrested and detained?
Uh, what comes to mind when we had that Nigerian senator be a Nigerian senator? I'm sorry, my roommate here is just harassing me with food. He knows I'm on a live show, then he's bringing food to my nursery. What is this? So when what we had when the what comes to mind, especially when the news is the organ harvesting. I think that's tag. Maybe it's too harsh or something. I don't know. But when I say organ harvesting, it's just like you took someone. That tag organ harvesting is too harsh. Is too harsh. We know Nigerian politicians don't deserve our sympathy, but organ harvesting, just like you took someone without the knowledge of that person, you now want to go remove the person organ without him knowing. But this guy already knows. So that is not organ harvesting now. You know, Nigerian medias, they are very funny. Maybe not Nigerian media only, but they are very funny because Nigerian media especially, they are very funny because even some people, when people have already confessed to a particular offense, they still say allegedly. So why are they not using allegedly for this guy? This guy, I think he usually come under hammer. Remember, he was the one that they tore his clothes in Germany the last time during New Year festival. Ekweremadu. This guy is usually coming under attack all the time. And I wish Nigerians politicians will keep coming under attack like this guy. Because the last time they tore his clothes, I almost killed him in Germany when he went for New Year festival. New Year that is grown in Nigeria. You go celebrate the New Year in
It's the
Germany.
Yam Festival, New Yam
Yam
Festival.
festival. The New Year Yam festival. Yeah, New Yam festival. Yeah. So that's tag is ash to my opinion. Thank God we are an opinion sharer. uh It's not anybody's opinion, it's our own opinion we are sharing. uh So it's ash to me, organ harvesting. If this guy already knows about the event before even traveling, then it's not organ harvesting, it is donating. It is a donor. He is a donor. And he was even applied for as a donor. So not that they just cajole him, say come and go to UK for vacation. And he get there now, they will now give him sleeping pills. Or they now induce him with kinamakwe, what is this one they gave us during surgery? Anesthesia. It's not
Anesthesia.
that so it's not that they gave him that and their harvest organ harvesting is kilo dey organ harvesting. Those are the what those are the people they are doing it for in Libya now. Those one they steal their organs before they wake up. They don't remove one of their kidney. So what comes to mind is Nigerian politicians and their gross incompetency. We believe as a parent when our kids are under danger, we want to rescue them by all means. But at the same time, we must apply wisdom doing that. And also, as Nigerian politicians, if with the resources we have in Nigeria, with the amount of allocations to different senatorial districts, different constituency, different state, different local government, there is nothing under the heaven that will make Nigeria not have state of the art facilities like every other state, every other country in the world has it with the allocations monthly, with the budget yearly, and the money dispatched out often. There's nothing that will say we shouldn't have state of the art facilities in our own country that can facilitate organ transplant and all that. But because the politician, they don't run us down as a country. Now they need to seek refuge in every other country up and down for medical tours. Even their kids are not based in Nigeria. They are schooling over there. Even when they are over there and having the best life, they still fall sick and their organs are failing. We that they are not taking care of. See also, our organs are not failing. To God be the glory. With all
Do
our
you know?
money, they are
Do you know the number of Nigerians that are probably going through that? The fact that you and I may not be going through it does not mean that millions of Nigerians are not going through it. Who
that is
cannot go
why I
to
say,
Dubai? They cannot go
that's why
to.
that's why I
They
say
can't
to
even
God be the
afford the
glory.
passport.
That's why I say to God be the glory. But do you know? On our show, this is my cup of tea. We have had minimum of 2, 3 people that approach us. They have similar problem, and they are in Dubai. And you know they run free diagnosis for them, dialysis for them every week. They run free, as in free of charge, even without having visa. The fact that you are
Mm.
sick and you have kidney problem, they run free. These are not stories somebody told me. This is a story I'm sitting face to face, direct, live face to face with the victims, and they told me. So the politicians they have run our country, they have wrecked our country. So whatever some people say we should have sympathy for Ekweremadu and all that. Well, we might have sympathy for him, but to an extent, we cannot have sympathy for him that he could not provide a state of the heart, a world standard hospital in a state, having been senators for multiple terms.
You are saying in a state, let us even have one in Abuja that can take care of all of them, even only the politicians. If you want to, if
We
you think the Nigerian doctors are not equipped or they are not well trained, bring somebody from abroad, from UK. The unfortunate thing is that many of the doctors and nurses that are attending to them in the UK are Nigerians, whom
mhm, mhm,
they've sent away from Nigeria because of their
because of
bad
the
decisions. Anyway, Timley, what do you make of it?
Well, there is a lot of sides to it from my own perspective, though. So the first thing is, may we not be in that unfortunate situation where we need to get uh, to give our children a chance at life. In the case of Ekweremadu, because it's really an unfortunate situation that could have led them, running helter skelter to get things like kidney for their daughter. Another thing is that we really cannot say what I believe that the authorities are doing their best, to unravel the the mysteries behind this situation, because I am seeing something online about the guy's BVN, the victim, so to say, quote and unquote, the boy. The boy went to the doctor and told the doctor that he's just 15, whereas his passport carries a 21-year-old man. You know, now his BVN, which was registered in 2019, says that he was born in year 2020 and 2000, which makes him 21 years old truly, and will be 22 by October. But the thing is, we know how things are done in Nigeria. It is possible to update this document any minute, anytime, so far you have access to it. And you know that our leaders, our politicians know who have access to these things. So that's a kind of mystery for now. So we cannot say whether the boy is looking to exploit these people. You know, you made Nigeria unlivable for most of us. You give me a chance to go to the UK, and I just want to find my way out of your nest.
Ara ọ̀rọ̀ kùn, ara ọ̀rọ̀ dìyẹ.
That's a possibility. The boy might just be like, he might have planned his own, story before he left Nigeria, and say, this is what I'm going to
Yeah,
do when I get there.
somebody, sorry, I read something. Oh,
Oh, we can hear you.
okay, continue.
Okay, yeah, so that's a possibility. The guy could have planned his own way out, knowing fully well that if he claimed to be a minor, the UK government is going to grant him asylum, and he is on his way to becoming a citizen in a few years. But that's at the expense of the family that brought him in. That's one. That's one side to it. Another side to it is that, what was the agreement? Was this guy induced, or was it just a donor who is promised to be compensated? Because what the report says directly from UK, from London, is that they promise him a better life. submit your own one kid. How is it not different from the Yahoo boys going to Malaysia in the early 2000s? Going to Malaysia I guess it's going to be like 2010, mid 2000. Going to Malaysia, just to do something with one of their kidneys and coming back to. That was this popular ride that time. I think it was Benz and then Murano. You know, So why is it different from those people? Another thing is, which is a very critical question, if all of these things happened in Nigeria, what do you think will happen? Would anybody hear of it? Would anybody hear about it? That is to tell you that the system that is allowing these people to get away with a lot of things is catching up with them now. Because a right thinking human being who is brought up in a very good environment will not promise to give his kidney and get to that place, do another thing, especially if he's indeed 21. But if he is a minor, oh my God, they are in for a big thing.
But similarly, let's look at one theory,
Yeah,
and this is not directly my theory. I read it somewhere on Facebook earlier
yeah,
today. That guy said, let's assume that this boy, the guy is based, the guy who wrote this is based in the UK too. That let's
mm-hmm.
assume that this boy is indeed 21 year old.
Yeah,
You brought him from Africa to come and donate his kidney.
yeah,
Forget about regardless of whatever agreement that is between them.
mm-hmm.
The thing is that as a doctor in the UK, you need to inquire. You understand? Because even a 21-year-old is still, barely able to make such decision.
But yeah, he's able to make the decision. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
able.
He,
A 21-year-old
he's
is able.
18 already. He can
Yeah,
make decisions. What
yeah,
happened is this. See, when you want to have surgery in the hospital with these doctors, I've had two surgeries here, and I've had a sinuses surgery, blocked nose. I've had a hernia also. Before the day of the surgery, the doctor will have a one-on-one discussion with you. They will tell you how everything will go that day. Theory. They will tell you how everything will go. They will ask you, see, they will ask you again and again and again to make sure that you give consent to what they're about to do to you. What I just when I saw that story, and having had two surgeries, I had one in 2016 and now 2018. And I remember my experience with the surgeons then. So these people will ask you questions to an extent that you almost want to give up. That
that I'm not doing again.
they will ask you question. Just they will hold your throat like this. So maybe this is what happened to that young man, or maybe that is one. That is one thing that comes to my mind. The second thing that comes to my mind is this: that guy might just want to run streets,
Want to
just
run
want
them
to run,
street.
just want to run them streets because see, we all know these are politicians and the one that making life bad for us. Why should I give my organs to you and I remain with one and your girl will be because according to the story, they are actually on their way to get another donor in Turkey before they were not
Yes, because
arrested.
I think they tested the boy and noticed that he's not a match for the patient.
I don't
No,
think so.
no,
That's
it's
the faction of
because
people supporting Nigerian politicians.
no,
That's
it's not
their
because it's not a match. It's because he
Ah,
said he's
because
15
he
and they think it's
refused
minor.
consent. He refused to give consent.
Mhm. Because he says he's 15, so they think he's a minor and he didn't give
ah.
consent. And a
You see,
minor cannot give consent.
they
That
must
is
have
why they
done,
would are looking for another donor. And
yeah.
they said they returned the guy to their house. They are now maltreating him in their house. So because they are maltreating him, he left home and slept on the street for like 2, 3 days before he now find his way to the nearest police station. or probably he find his way to a Nigerian community and say, ìyá yóò gbọdọ̀ jẹ́ gbé, àwa dúró tiẹ̀. Maybe he's politician. Those are bad. And an average Nigerian living abroad do not like Nigerian politicians.
Yeah.
So then say, okay, we go run this guy's street where we will run
Yeah.
this street where you don't start to run them by rejecting this donor.
Yeah.
We now run them completely.
Mm-hmm.
So everything still
Yeah.
boils down.
The thing now is that it's unfortunate that the politicians have failed this guy. They failed all of us, and they failed this boy. And unfortunately, again, Ekweremadu is the one that is paying for all their sins now. Because whether you like it or not, that boy now, whether it's a lie he told you or it's a truth that he told you, he has a ground now to say, I'm not returning to Nigeria anymore.
Yeah,
In
because
fact,
it
they
would
will
definitely
put him
say he
under
doesn't
protective
use it.
custody. Yeah.
He,
They put him
he
under
might say his
protective
life is under
custody.
threat.
They might
If he
change
goes
his
to
name and change his
Nigeria,
location. Nobody will even be able to find him again. Anyway, let's begin to round up. Any final words?
Yeah, maybe I should go first.
Timothy, you go first.
Yeah. So my final this will be my final word. First, just like Mr. Paul had said, we are not here to market or demarket any politician. So what we are doing here is to make people at least make some things more obvious so people can see better and make better decisions, especially during this electioneering, forthcoming electioneering process. So another thing is that we should know that it is not about, especially for some of us that are advocating for good governance. These people that we call politicians, they have already made Nigeria, unbearable for so many people that if you give them even 1,000 naira, 1,000 naira, they will gladly sell their votes. That's because it is very easy to sit at our comfort zones and say, don't sell your votes, don't do this, don't do that. And you are talking to someone that has not even eaten for 2 days, and someone is giving him 1,000 or 2,000, they will do it. Now, what I want to say is that the elite, just as Soluwatosin will always say, should participate in politics. That is the only way out of this thing. See, because the system is there, and the system has a way of going on and on its own. The system is very self-sustaining. Just, I'm a working class, I have my own ride, I have my own house, my kids are going to private school. It will touch you one day. It will touch you. You don't really have to be at the forefront of politics. Just make sure that you are doing your bit to educate your own people. If it is just your wife and children that you are educating about this politics thing, let them know. Your father, your mother, people that they don't have access to good information, give it to them. And probably they will be able to make good, because these are the people that will go out and vote when on election day you will be watching Netflix. These are the people that will go out there and vote. Inform them, let them know. And we pay too much attention to the presidential election. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Because if we have a youth, if Citizen Oluwatosin today becomes the president of Nigeria, there are some principalities and powers waiting in the red and green chambers, to oppose and fight vehemently against any good policy that he might have for the people. So let us also take into consideration the constituency and senatorial district elections. They are as much important as the presidential elections. I will yield my mic and say goodbye to everybody. Thank you.
All right.
In closing, thank you, friends, for joining the show again today. And I will say that we should try to avoid APC and PDP in the next coming election. We have tried them over the years and they have not done anything good to us. Let me demarcate them. And you. So let us avoid them. They do, especially the candidate they are pushing forward. If they're a bad party and they are pushing a good candidate forward, we can still give them a trial. But they're bad parties. Their APC and PDP are bad parties, and they are pushing forward also the the most rotten candidates, the most rotten people among them to be the choice we will pick from. As Nigerian citizens, especially citizens with conscience, let us, by all means, try to avoid PDP and APC in the coming election. They have been they have been ruling us from 1999 to date, and our life has been going. They have been depreciating. Every president that comes, the other one is better than him, from Obasanjo to Yaradua to Goodluck, now to Buhari. So PDP and APC don't have anything to offer us. Let us look beyond the two party. Let us look to the new guys, to the new parties, the new guys on the block. Let the new guys also understand that they cannot overturn PDP and APC just like that without a merger. Let the new guys also do away with self pride. Na me know all. Na my manifesto good pass. And na me holy pass. I know all the thieves. I cannot join the thieves. Let them put away self ego. If Nigeria is the focus, if Nigeria is the project, let them leave all ego aside. Let them come together, join hands together to defeat the sitting party, because we need a merger. We need oppositions to come together to unseat the people in power right now. If we don't do that, it is only a matter of luck that will shine on us to be able to unseat the APC we have presently there. And we cannot afford another 4 or 8 years with that candidate APC is putting forward. We are Nigerians. We have more than 70, we have about 70% population which are youth. So let the youth, let us show the power we have. When I was in school, where the youth fellowship. Okay, so let the youth exercise the power they have gotten. It is not only about getting PVC only to sell your vote on election day. No, because the way people are going to get PVC now, I start to get scared. Are they really getting it for the country to be better, or they are getting it to sell their vote on election day? I start to get scared. So it's not about getting a PVC. Get it and vote right. Get it and don't sell your vote. If you sell your vote, remember there is more conveniency between these two people. The person they are telling sorry and the person saying sorry to the other person. One is more convenient than the other. One is more relaxed than the other. So if you say your vote, now you go suffer. The vote based on people said 2015, 2019 is what we are having today. So if you are going to get your PVC only to say your vote for 5,000 or 10,000 election day, now you go suffer and pass. Think of your friends they have used for money ritual. Think of your friends that have kidnapped. Think of your friends that have had accident. Think of your friends and you yourself that finished school and you have not gotten employment. Think of how life were good before. And your old picture, they are now looking, your now picture are now looking like your throwback. Your old picture now better past your now picture. Think of your life also. Vote right. Don't sell your vote. Go get your PVC. Encourage people around you to get their PVC and vote right. Nigeria, we must get it right this time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, we will be going now because my network is jaga jaga again tonight. Thank you, everyone.